Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome back to the Cricket Happening Show. In this part of the Cricket Happening Show, well, we are going to look at this Sachin Tendulkar series that started yesterday between India and the West Indies. And that was, and what a day that we had. The first day of the first test match between India and West Indies. West Indies were actually sailing smoothly at 138 for 2, and after that disaster struck in the form of Mohammad Shamis. Now Mohammad Shamis, one would remember, I precisely told you that he did well against Australia and he has to get the nod, and yes, in fact Ishant Sharma was left out of the team, and Ishant Sharma was the one who actually handed the cap at the start of the match to Mohammad Shamis, who actually made his test debut, and what a debut he had. As I said, West Indies from a position of strength at 138 for 2 with Samuels and Darren Bravo doing a fine job. Suddenly, as I said, they met disaster in the form of Mohammad Shamis, as Mohammad Shamis ripping with his ripping deliveries, absolutely lot of wickets that he took was with this great reverse swing bowling of his, and what a debut for him. He took 4 wickets, and that's the precise reason West Indies really finished on a low on the first day of the first test, being all out for 234. Just imagine, they were in a very sound position at 134 for 2 at one stage when disaster struck in the form of Mohammad Shamis, and well, they for the other 96 runs they lost all the other 8 wickets, and that was thanks largely to a spell from Mohammad Shamis, who took 3 wickets in 10 deliveries. Well, so that is something, and India replied at close of play at 37 for no loss. So I will come to that later. And then finally New Zealand, just before leaving the tour of Bangladesh, finished it off on a very good note, as they picked up that ever elusive and that ever solitary win that they wanted against Bangladesh before leaving the Bangladesh shores, as New Zealand won the T20 match against Bangladesh by 15 runs, and it was a great relief for Kyle Mills, the New Zealand captain, as New Zealand won the match by 15 runs in the T20. And it also posed a lot of questions as far as Bangladesh, because New Zealand put up a very big score on the board of 200, and I'm sure this would also give an opportunity for the Bangladeshi cricket selectors to really look at what are the flaws that they can iron out before the Bangladesh actually hosts the T20 World Cup. So definitely the Bangladesh public and the whole of Bangladesh would like Bangladesh to do pretty well in the T20 World Cup. Being the host for the team, they would at least like Bangladesh to come to the semi-finals. Now, for that, really they need to really work on a lot of things, in the sense as far as T20 is cricket. Now, T20 cricket is not a proud record for Bangladesh, so they definitely need to rectify that. And I'm sure Bangladesh think tank is really going to work on that and see to it that Bangladesh delivers the goods when the Bangladesh hosts the T20 World Cup in 2014. And then we look at the other match which is currently happening. So I would only be giving you a cricket update on that match, where there's a third one-day international which is being played at the Sheikh Zayed Stadium here in Abu Dhabi, and South Africa are the ones who batted first. This was a typical batting pitch, and South Africa probably should have posted more. In fact, they finished at 259 for 8 of their 50 overs, and in reply, Pakistan currently are not doing well. They are absolutely struggling right now with the halfway mark there in the Sheikh Zayed Stadium in Abu Dhabi. So after in the 25th over, Pakistan's score reached 96 for 4. So that's not something that Pakistan, because this is a batting pitch, and probably, as I said, South Africa were a lot of runs short. But looking at the way that they are dishing it out to Pakistan, it looks like the 259 score is looking like an imposing one right now in the current situation. Well, so let's go on to the Tendulkar series. Let's start off start off in greater detail on this particular match, which is between West Indies and India, as I termed that as the Sachin Tendulkar series, which was played. This is the first day of the first match today at the Eden Gardens in Kolkata, and as I said, Mohammad Shamis made his debut. In fact, Rohit Sharma, now that is really surprising, because Rohit Sharma has been around for quite a while, and Rohit Sharma, I think he has been pretty rewarded for all his brilliant batting, so he's going to strengthen the middle order like anything, and India has a wealth of riches as far as batting is concerned. So Mohammad Shami making his debut and making it count, and Rohit Sharma also making his debut. And for West Indies, it was Sean Cottrell. I think it was, his name is S.S. Cottrell, who actually made his debut. He's a pace bowler. We definitely saw him in action at the end of the day when he was bowling to the Indians. So just it was a toss which was won by the West Indies, and Darren Sammy wanted to, in fact, he decided to bat first on this pitch. And as far as Chris Gayle and Kiran Powell were the ones who actually opened the innings. Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Mohammad Shami was bowling well. In fact, Bhuvneshwar Kumar was giving a real tough time to Gayle. Now we have seen that Bhuvneshwar Kumar has the wood over Chris Gayle, because even when Chris Gayle smashed the fastest T20 century in IPL, Indian Premier League, he definitely, if you looked at the bowling analysis, we saw that Bhuvneshwar Kumar was not a bowler where Gayle could really manhandle, but he could manhandle all the other bowlers, and that was precisely the case. So Bhuvneshwar Kumar bowled excellently to Gayle. Gayle was absolutely, I would say, really searching for the ball. He was beaten a couple of times, a lot of edges and misses, and finally Bhuvneshwar Kumar, who has been, as I said, has been always been good with Chris Gayle, picked up his wicket and gave India the breakthrough when he got Gayle to actually play away from his body to a ball which was moving away from him, and Murli Vijay in the slips actually pounced the catch. So Gayle was gone for 18 with 4 boundaries. Kieron Powell was joined by Darren Bravo, and Kieron Powell, well, in his brief innings of 28, looked pretty impressive by actually dealing with the pace balls very well. In fact, what was good about Kieron Powell was the way he was actually presenting a straight bat. So that really says the mark of a batsman. Some of his shots that he played were absolutely effortless, as he just merely punched the ball, and his timing was absolutely superb. The ball was just racing to the boundary, and he also hit one beautiful six of the bowling of Ravichandran Ashwin when he just came down the wicket and he lifted him straight down the ground for a six. So his knock was 28 with 5 fours and 1 6, so that made the score 47 for 2, and it required West Indies Darren Bravo and Marlon Samuels. So now Marlon Samuels, initially he decided to just stay there and try to see what he could do, in the sense he was trying to judge the pitch, and then he probably realized he was actually playing missing. He was not really timing the ball, and suddenly it dawned on him that it's no point in really staying on this pitch and not doing anything. It would be absolutely essential for him to go the aggressive route, and that's what he precisely did. In fact, he welcomed it all started with Pragyan Ojha being welcomed by Marlon Samuels into the attack with a wonderful six. He just danced down the wicket and put him over the fence for a six. So that is the first six that Marlon Samuels hit. And this partnership along with Dan Brown, in fact, Marlon Samuels, as I said, was a very attacking innings from him. He was slowly regaining the initiative for West Indies. 47 for 2, India looked like India were looking in the ascendant, but Marlon Samuels absolutely regained the initiative back from the West Indies with his very powerful and very attractive stroke making, as he also hit one more six. This time I think it was on the bowling of Ashwin. And in fact, Darren Bravo also picked up the cue. Darren Bravo was an innings which was absolutely, he was digging himself in and was allowing Marlon Samuels to stroke the ball. If you look at Marlon Samuels' innings, this partnership was a very important partnership which yielded the 90 odd runs, 89 to be, in fact it was 89, it was 90 runs I suppose, 91 runs actually, because the score was taken from 47 for 2 to 138, so around 90 runs odd was added with Marlon Samuels' contribution. As I said, he's an attractive straight player, no doubt about it, and he was stroking the ball to perfection, and the bowlers were really wilting under Marlon Samuels' bat, as he contributed 65 with 11 fours and 2 sixes, and all the boundaries and the sixes that he hit was absolutely pure timing. It was a treat to watch Marlon Samuels get into top gear here. And Darren Bravo, as I said, he was just digging himself in. They had gone to lunch at the safety of 107 for 2, thanks to Marlon Samuels' batting, and Darren Bravo was also. And after lunch, the score moved on to 138 for 2, and once the score moved on to 138 for 2, West Indies were looking good. As I said, they were sailing smoothly, and then it all started with Mohammad Shami coming in. first picking up the wicket of Marlon Samuels as with a break-back delivery, which actually got some reverse swing, and he went on to hit the stumps of Marlon Samuels. He was gone, bowled by Shami for 65 with 11 fours and 2 sixes. The next to go, it was once again Shami into the picture. Not Shami into the picture. It was Shivnarayan Chandrapal joining Darren Bravo. There was a real misunderstanding. It was poor cricket from Darren Bravo. Actually, he pushed the ball. Mohammad Shamis swooped onto the ball and relayed the throw to Mahendra Singh Dhoni, pushed off the bails in a flash. And by the time Shivnarayan Chandrapal did not respond, in fact, I thought the ball was almost travelling to the fielder. So it was absolutely poor cricket from Darren Bravo, and Darren Bravo paid for that as he was needlessly run out for 23 with 2 fours and 1 6. Chandrapal, well, you know, what a wonderful player. I mean, he showed his class already. He's playing his 150th Test match, and he already showed his class by playing some very neat strokes. In fact, it was done with effortless ease. And then Mohammad Shami this time produced another beautiful delivery to Dinesh Ramadhan, another reverse swinging delivery which came in and knocked off the stumps of Ramadhan. And Mohammad Shami was on a roll at that time, and Dinesh Ramadhan was gone with a score rating 143 for 5. And Darren Shami, under the circumstances, should not have played the stroke. He actually tried to loft Aja onto the stands, and Bhuvneshwar Kumar took the catch. Well, I didn't speak about Kiran Powell. Mohammad Shami's Test debut wicket was Kiran Powell's. Kiran Powell got a ball which bounced on him, and Kiran Powell tried to pull the delivery. The ball went up in the air, and Bhuvneshwar Kumar pouched the catch, and that was Mohammad Shami's first Test wicket for him, Kiran Powell. And then as I said, Shami was out to the bowling of Aja, which was again not a good stroke by the captain of the West Indies cricket team, 172 for 6. And after that, it was Shillingford's turn to go as Tendulkar was given an opportunity. As you know, Tendulkar, I'm sure he's going to bowl in both the Test matches because probably Mahendra Singh Dhoni is giving him an opportunity because he already has 46 wickets, so that was wicket number 47 for Sachin Tendulkar in his career, as he picked up the wicket when Shillingford was gone. LBW bowled Tendulkar for 5. Permal was caught and bowled Ashwin for 14. Darren Bravo, as I said, he was run out. Chandrapal was still there, and Chandrapal finally, Ashwin got him as Chandrapal was out for 36. Bowled Ashwin for 3 fours, and Tino Best was the one who was not out on 14 with 2 fours. Cottrell, making his debut, was wrapped up in Mohammad Shami, cleaned up the last batsman at the crease. Sean Cottrell was making his Test debut for a duck, and that was all over. So West Indies, from a position of strength at 138 for 2, were all out for 234. Mohammad Shami, absolutely the pick of the bowlers. As I've already said in my preview, that I wanted Mohammad Shami to play, and that's what he precisely did. 17 overs, 2 maidens, 71 runs and 4 wickets. Absolutely superb bowling. He moved the ball both ways. He got the ball to bounce. He got the pace on the ball. He started reverse swinging the ball, and that was the reward that he got for sticking to a perfect line and length. Splendid bowling by Mohammad Shami. What a wonderful Test debut for Mohammad Shami. Ably supported by Bhuvneshwar Kumar, 14 overs, 6 maidens, 33 runs and 1 wicket. Ashwin 21-9, 52 runs and 2 wickets. Oja 24 overs, 6 maidens, 62 runs and 1 wicket. Tendulkar 2 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 5. And India in reply towards the close of play were 37 for no loss, with Shikhar Dhawan not out 21 with 4 fours, and opener Murli Vijay not out on 16 with 2 fours. Cottrell bowled well, I thought, on his Test debut. 5 overs, 2 minutes, none for 13. 2 overs for 15 for Tino Best. 4 overs, 2 minutes, none for. We saw some spin too from Shane Shillingford and Versami Permal. There is definitely some turn available on this wicket. So I'm just going to wrap up this report as far as India and West Indies is concerned, and we move on to the next match, which is Bangladesh versus New Zealand. In a very, very brief manner here, New Zealand were hunting for their first ever win, and finally they got it in this T20 match, as New Zealand amassed a big score of 204 for 5 20 overs, and especially considering the fact that if you put 200 runs on the board in 20 overs, that is considered to be a very impossible task for the opposition. And New Zealand, well, they were really led by Anton Davicic, who played a very, very attacking knock of 59 runs off 31 balls with 10 fours and 1 6, and then contribution from Colin Munro was the man of the match. And what one saw from Colin Munro is that he's looking to be a very good player, because he could really confuse the bowlers, because he played a lot of reverse paddle sweeps, he played a lot of switch hits, and he has already attributed that to being a hockey player in New Zealand. And his contribution towards the end was a smashing 73 of just 39 deliveries, 3 fours and 5 sixes, and the score, that was the precise reason New Zealand reached a very big total of 204 for 5 wickets in their batting first. Bowling, well, I'm not going to really look at it, but one person I would like to talk about is Al-Amin Hussain from Bangladesh, who actually made his debut, and I thought he bowled well amongst all the other experienced bowlers. I thought Al-Amin Hussain was definitely the pick. 4 overs, no more than 2 for 31 on his T20 debut. None for 46 for Murtaza. Ghazi was all over the place, 1 for 30. None for 16 for Nasir Hussain, who bowled only 1 over. Mahmudullah, none for 34. One wicket apiece for Razzaq, 2 overs, 1 for 19, and 2 overs, no more than 1 for 26 for Ziaur Rahman. Well, Bangladesh chasing 204 would have probably expected a very electric start from Ziaur Rahman and Shamsur Rahman, but both the Rahman brothers disappointed as Tim Saudi took their wickets for 4 and 6 respectively. After that, it was Mushfiqur Rahim who did his bit in contributing 50 of 29 balls with 7 fours and 1 6. Mominul Haq was out for 9, and then probably I would say Bangladesh had a brief hope when Nasir Hussain and Mahmudullah were at the crease, with Nasir Hussain contributing 28 of 20 balls with 4 fours, and Mahmudullah contributing 34 of 25 balls, a very aggressive 34 of 25 balls, an unusual sight here with 3 sixes, and Ghazi also throwing his bat around with 24 of 15 balls with 1 4 and 1 6, but finally, as I said, the pressure of that big score, but I thought Bangladesh did a fine job here in chasing the total, and finally all that they could muster was 118 for 9 of their 20 overs, thus giving New Zealand their first ever victory on this Bangladesh tour, and that would have been a great relief for them as they go back to New Zealand after this particular match with a victory under the belt. Well, I'm not going to go into the bowling figures. I just want to. And Anton Davicic of New Zealand also had a wonderful test, a wonderful T20 debut, as his contribution was a very hard-hitting and a very attacking 59 with just 31 deliveries, 10 fours and 1 6. Well, so from here, I'm going to do a cricket update, and I'm going to end my cricket show here. Pakistan currently have lost their 5th wicket that I see. That Umar Akmal is gone, clean bowled by Imran Tahir for 7. I'll come back to that later. As South Africa were the ones who actually batted first in this third one-day international. 259 for 8 contributions coming in for Quinton de Kock, 40 of 57 balls with 5 fours, 55 of the bat of Faf du Plessis of 60 balls with 8 fours, 64 from JP Duminy towards the end, 88 of 3 fours, and 34 apiece from AB de Villiers and David Miller coming up, and that made the score 259 for 8 of their 50 overs. But as I said, it's a batting pitch, and I thought Pakistan have not done well here. They are struggling here at 111 for 5 currently. They lost Hafiz for 15. Shahzad has gone for 32. Umar Amin contributed only 13. Misbah Haq is gone for 19. So right now Asad Shafiq is not out on 10. And Shahid Afridi is there at the crease, not out on 4. He has just hit a boundary. And I think it's, currently I would say that still there is a chance for Pakistan, but the target is 260 runs from 50 overs. But it's still a long way to go, according to me, as far as Pakistan are concerned, because half the side is gone into the pavilion in the 23rd. Let me have a look, and I'll give you the live cricket update before I actually leave this cricket happening. So 114 for 5 is the current total. Pakistan requiring another 146 runs with 22 overs still remaining. So that so basically the run rate that Pakistan requires is 6.63 from here on. And well, with Asad Shafiq and Shahid Afridi at the crease, and as I said, if they could do it, that would be great. They still have time at their hands, and Shahid Afridi and Asad Shafiq could still do that for Pakistan, because Afridi is a pretty experienced player, and Asad Shafiq is also an impressive player. So if they could actually do something, that would be great. Otherwise, if this particular pair at the crease is going to be very crucial for Pakistan. Well, dear fans, friends, subscribers, thanks for your watching Cricket Happenings, and also thanks for your great company to this Cricket Happening show. Your host Ram is ending the cricket show for today. As usual and as promised, I'll be back with more tomorrow. Until then, it's goodbye from your host Ram. Thank you.